heart with a sweet one bliss. Someone flicks me a back body. So, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. This is iBoxing Hub. I go by the name of BNG, featuring your truly Trey. What's good?
All good, cuz. How's it going on your end? How's your weekend been so
You
far?
right, Trey?
All good. How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. Can't complain. Not too bad. Did you watch the boxing event last night?
Come on, cuz. You know what? That event was absolutely tremendous. You got big up Bruce Ennis, you know. He's obviously performing. He's doing his thing, and he put in a tremendous performance against a global opponent.
I mean, do you think he needs one or two more bouts before he challenges for a world title? What's your thoughts?
Yes.
So do you think that
Yeah.
you see Ennis? So do you think Ennis, he wants to win out of Crawford and Spence? Do you think it's too soon? Do you think he needs at least one or two more bouts before he challenges for a world title?
Yeah, you know what? Before we get into that, we got obviously big up Palamos Music as well. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. If I'm honest with you, I think he's ready. He's proven yesterday that he could win a gritty fight, because it was a tough opponent that he fought, number 2 in the IBF welterweight rankings as well. So it was 1 versus 2, and he's shown that he can get the job done against a very durable and tough opponent. Remember, he ain't lost in, I believe, 4 years who he fought, man. So big up Romain Villa. Tremendous performance from both men, but big up. I think he's ready.
Yeah, I mean, well, with Spence and Crawford, my understanding there might be a rematch clause. So in the meantime, I personally think Ennis should challenge what's his name, Ugas.
Ooh, you're saying Ugas. You know what? Either Ugas or Ortiz for me. I know obviously Ortiz is going for injury, but yeah, we're getting the big fights now. So I think that's the next big fight in the welterweight division that potentially is not obviously for a title, but it's 2 potential big names in the sport. So look, big up. Obviously, Palamos is saying the sound quality is a bit choppy. What's he saying, cuz? How is it now, Palamos? Oh, it's from your MBNG.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, a bit crackly.
2 sec. I'm gonna come back on 2 sec.
Ooh, you know what, Bukayo Saka. You know what? Funny enough, I have got another football channel. It's called The Football Philosophy. So go on YouTube. We've had a few sort of episodes on there. So off the boxing, we've got that channel. But here is nothing but boxing that we're obviously talking about on the channel, man. So big up to you, Saka, for joining us and coming in and talking boxing. And also Palamos, big up as well on your end. Yesterday's fight, I can't even lie to you, it was tremendous. And I think we have BNG back. Cuz, you back?
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Where would you rank Conor Benn at the welterweight division? Would you say top 10, top 5?
Oh, all right. So you got Spence, Crawford. They're basically 1 and 2, and then you got obviously because you got Ugas, you got no, there's so many names ahead of him. Cause it'd be hard to but it's not in a disrespectful manner. It's I would put Boots above him. I'll put Virgil Ortiz above him. I'll put Ugas above him. If Keith Thurman's still in the division, he's above him. Do you know what I mean? So these are a few names that he has to go through in the rankings before he could, be doing something in the division. And so even Pacquiao, if Pacquiao's still fighting, he's above him. So it's a bit mad. What do you think, Cuz? It'd be good to sort of get your thoughts. What would you?
I don't know. I don't know, because I'm just going by what the fans are saying. They're saying he's basically fighting, all the respect, washed up fighters. Do you know what I mean? He ain't really challenging an upcoming, or I mean, now look, he may, well, let's just say, once everything's all done, said, he may challenge Keith Thurman. I personally think, Conor Benn's got a chance with Keith Thurman. There's no point of him challenging Adrian Broner. It just doesn't make any sense at all. Do you know what I mean? This is not the old AB, And again, next on his list here is Kell Brook. Kell Brook retired, what, was it 2 years ago or a year ago? I can't remember. So I just want to see Conor. We'll talk about welterweight, and he's representing, Great Britain. So I just want to know, where would people rank him? Would they rank him top 10, top 15?
Look,
Broner and Ben will do numbers, I believe, here. I'm not too sure in America. I think he'll do numbers here because I know Adrian Broner, he's a big star. He's a big star, and I believe he will. It will do, in terms of pay-per-view buyers, decent numbers. I wouldn't say huge, but I'll say decent numbers. But the outcome, I'd probably say Ben wins.
What? Over Broner, probably. Yeah. Actually, yeah. It's obviously Broner's had going through a few sort of issues, man. So, but a talent, it would be a good fight, man. But you know who Boots fought yesterday? Roman Villa. I would even put him above Ben, man. In terms of, you look at the rankings, man. You look at what's going on. These guys have been putting in the shift in the division, man. So you can't just sort of just jump the queue. But look, Keith Thurman, he's one time for a reason. I think that Ben right now shouldn't go straight into one time. I think maybe you should have I know it's quite bad to just tune up, just get sharp. He's been off the ring for quite some time. Just get in the ring, get sharp, and then a Keith Thurman, and depending on what happens there, then you got Jarrell Boots Ennis. Then you also have these other guys you could fight as well, man. But I still think he's a bit way off in the ranking. That's why I think the whole Chris Eubank Jr. situation, that fight, I don't think both guys should be doing it now. I think we've said this on a few pods previously. I think both guys have unfinished business respectfully in their careers, man. So they should just deal with that before getting into a big cash out, because that's cash out season. That's like a Kell Brook and a Amir Khan situation. You see how them two fought, boom, out the ring, retired? That's what I think the Eubank Jr. Ben fight should be in that scenario.
Okay, fair play. But boy, enough about that. The big one tomorrow, press conference. AJ and Whyte.
Woo! Ooh, cuz obviously big up to you as well, man, because you've been promoting it throughout this week. British Beef Part 2. Look, I can't wait for this, man. I can't wait for the conference as well. Big up AJ as well. I actually watched his sort of training camp video of him in Dallas. I love what he's doing with with Derek James. Derek James is a coach that I respect highly, because obviously he manages or coaches my favorite fighter, Spence. So it's good to see Oh, it's good to see what he's doing in there. You know, he's got fighters like Charlo in there. He's got, you know, Spence training. He's got elite fighters that he could gain motivation from, man. So look, big up Tony Ellis as well. He says, "Will you be at the press conference? Surely you can get a pass now."
Do you know what?
Oh,
It
yeah,
was too short notice. I literally just found out the press conference happening tomorrow, yesterday. So I
yeah.
think it's a bit too short notice, but I'm definitely going to tune in. All I'm saying is that look, the fight's like what, 6 weeks away? No, yeah, 6 weeks away, isn't it? And boy, I don't know. This press conference, tickets go on sale tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm you know me already. I'm a big boxing fan. I just can't wait. I just can't wait. I think what would be even nice if Deontay Wilder can come and attend the event. That will be electrifying. And then yeah, I'm just excited. I'm just gassed at the same time.
Yeah,
But
of course. I agree with you, cuz.
we touched on this before. Like both guys they definitely want this. I've said it already. I'm sitting on the fence. You know, somebody has to get knocked out. But what happens if it's a draw? Because my understanding, they said if AJ loses, then he doesn't get Wilder. So what if he draws? Does he still get Wilder?
Oh, that's a very good question, cuz man. And what I was about to say just before that is we gotta also big up the body snatcher as well, man. I think he looks like he's up for it. He looks like he's focused and ready, and he's gonna bring that maximum violence, man, to the press conference and also the fights as well. Palamos Music's also saying
Yeah.
that Deontay won't come to London. It's a shame. It would be nice if he can come to the event because whoever wins, he could sort of, you know, get in a ring and just be like, you know, like the classic WWE when you know,
Mhm.
there's a major event between someone for the WWE title, the person wins, and then, you know, the other guy just comes in the ring face to face. You know, we get that little bit of a face off before the main event, man. But look, I think it's going to be a big fight. Everyone's excited about it. It's going to be at your hometown, let's say at the O2. This is what I've been calling for, cuz. And
Mhm.
what if they call it history of violence? They should have taken our name, cuz, man.
Well, but
Apparently,
listen.
Eddie didn't bring. He wasn't even involved in the names, man. So next time, I think we should reach out to
Mm.
Eddie and let's get some of these names, you know, for these fights, man. British Beef Part Two, Maximum Violence, man. Look, that would have been boom. But look,
Yeah.
Palamos is saying he is afraid of London. You know what? I don't think he is, man. I just think it's too much politics between
Yeah.
Wilder and Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. He just doesn't have a good relationship with them, and it's just they've left a bittersweet. But look, the fight's gonna happen. It
To be
seems.
fair, he can
Yeah.
still attend. He doesn't have to go through Matchroom. He can think about it. Just think about it, yeah. If let's just say, okay, Wilder attending the press conference tomorrow, bro, the fans, boxing fans, will go mad. Like, oh my gosh, do you know what I'm saying? Because it's now crunch time. Now, but don't get me wrong, both opponents have to think about each other. They can't overlook each other. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a serious fight. It's like some say it's both of their careers on the line. Personally, I don't think so. I think both of them, they've still got another three or four more fights left in him. Like I said, I want to see Dylan and Ruiz. I want to see Dylan and Wilder. I want to see what's his name? Joe Joyce AJ. I want to see Zhang, AJ, Zhang, Dylan, Zhang, Fury. Do you know what I mean? So they've still got about at least, let's just say 4 or 5 fights left in them. So it's an interesting one.
Yeah, it will be definitely. And big up Palamos as well, getting involved in discussions. He's obviously saying he said it before, long time. Thought Dylan was gonna jump him last time. Look, there's history between Wilder with both fighters, man. So regardless, whoever wins, Eddie's laughing anyway, man, because he can essentially, you know, make that fight, man. But um Palamos is also saying Wilder and Ruiz not gonna happen. What do you think, Cuz? What's the
I'm
news there?
I'm I'm really disappointed with that one, there. Very, very disappointed because that look, um, I think it was 70-30, right? And I think Ruiz wanted more or I think his dad wanted more. But here's my argument: it's like, look, you guys fighting each other, the winner will be rewarded in the long run anyway. Do you know what I mean? Ruiz could potentially get another shot at Fury. You know, I mean, like, look, he outpriced himself last time because he wanted 20 million. Come on, you ain't holding no belt. Come on, you're fearing to pay 20 million. But the reality is, yeah, just take the fights. This is the problem with boxing. Just take the fight. Think about it. People are boxing to become world champions one day. Do you know what I mean? You know, don't get me wrong. Some are boxing just for money, but some are boxing for legacy. But you know, just take the fight, make it happen. Because now, if Wilder doesn't fight with Ruiz, who's the next star he can fight? I can't see Wilder fighting Derek Chisora. It ain't gonna happen. I mean, it'll be interesting for Wilder to fight Zhang, Perkovic. He ain't gonna fight Usyk because obviously Usyk's tied up with Daniel Dubois. So Andrew Ruiz just has to take the fight. Now, it's just long, man. It's just long. He outpriced himself again. It's ridiculous. A part of me feels that maybe he ain't hungry no more because he's achieved what he wanted to achieve. He was unified heavyweight champion, made history, and he's a millionaire, multi-millionaire. Do you know what I mean? So, you know.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, of course, man, because we as fans, we as boxing fans, are obviously speaking for the community. We want to see these fights, and look, credit to AJ as well. Like, I think he gets too much, you know, bad press for, you know, a lot of things, man. But you got to give the man credit. His team were sort of against him fighting Whyte. They also tried to put in the rematch clause as well, but he's like got that removed. He's getting in the ring with Whyte. This is going to be British Beef Part 2. Whyte's going to be extra motivated because he would feel that if he can beat AJ, then he's back in the mix-up. So, like, there's a lot on the line. It's a risk. It's a big risk that AJ's taking. He's sort of risking, you know, his status in the division. But look, credit to both fighters, man, for taking this fight at this stage. And look, I'm excited. And look, Palamos is also saying 50-50 split is what Ruiz wanted. And he's also saying, as Johnny Nelson recently said, the men behind the scenes are protecting their investments. The fighter will want to fight. I agree. Look, Wilder wants to fight AJ. Ruiz wants to fight Wilder. You know, Fury wants to fight AJ. But, you know, it's the negotiations in between. It's a lot of things anyway. But look, I accept Fury, it seems, as well.
He should do 50-50. Might as well, because when you think about it, right, when you break it down, they are both former world heavyweight champions. Even though Ruiz was unified, he had more belts than Wilder, but Wilder was, I suppose, longer. He was a longer champion, do you know what I mean? So I think it's fair. They should do it 50-50. But again, you know, they're being protected by their... Ain't they free agents?
Yeah, technically speaking, they are, yeah. But obviously, with them being free agents, they're going to want to try and, you know, negotiate a fee that's going to be, you know, higher for both of them. Because remember, they've both reached a plateau where I would say Wilder makes a minimum, maybe 5 million a fight or something, maybe. And they're on that sort of bracket. And if the numbers don't add up, then it just makes things a bit difficult. But look, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. I think it should be a 50-50 split. Palamos is obviously saying they are both bums. Don't tell him I said that. Look, regardless, I respect both fighters, man. Just all jokes aside. I think that both fighters want to fight, but it's the money, the negotiations in between that sort of makes things a bit difficult. And look, it could be the managers, promoters, that protecting their fighters. Of course, they're going to protect their investments, of course. So it just makes things a bit difficult. But fingers crossed, who knows? We could get an announcement that it's happening. So it's not fully, you know, dead. But let's see. And look, I agree with Tony Ellis. Legacy over money. And that's why you got to respect Spence and Crawford as well. Because, you know, in this situation, they're choosing legacy over money. And the money for whoever wins, it's going to be, you know what I mean? Even for the loser, it's not even going to be a bad situation. they're both going to be seen as great, of course. So look, we need to see more legacy over money fights, and I think that's what AJ is doing as well for this Whyte fight. Look, legacy. Let's do it.
Well, I think it's a bit of both, isn't it? It's legacy and money,
Of course.
because these boxers, they're now, they're prize fighters. Do you know what I mean? So they they ain't gonna fight for anything. They're gonna fight for a large amount of money. They've got families to feed, bills to pay, etc. But yeah, it's interesting just to see. But like I said, it would be nice for Wilder to attend the event. It would be big for him to attend the event, just to sit right there. It'll be amazing. But again, he might deny access, to the arena. But I don't know. But yeah, I'm just excited, man. I mean, with the press conference tomorrow, do you think they're going to be calm, or do you think it's going to be a hype one?
It depends. We would know in the first 20 seconds of the press conference, man. I think we'll just get a little sense of how Whyte's energy is going to be towards AJ. Do you know what I mean? How's Dylan is he going to be respectful, or is he going to, carry on that energy from their first fight over to this one? And it's like, boom, they're carrying on. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, man. But I think AJ is going to be calm. Derek James is going to be calm as well. I think Derek James as well, he doesn't get enough credit for how great he does prepare his fighters for these major fights, man. So I think he's got AJ in top condition, and I think that we're going to see a new AJ, I believe, under Derek James, man. And look, hopefully we see, more of the sort of duel in fights sort of coming along, man. But I think this is a great opportunity to sort of put into practice what you've been training sort of his ass off since he's obviously been at Texas, man.
Listen, I just want to see maximum violence at the press conference. Like, I was disappointed in a Whyte and Fury press conference. It was so boring. Like, I want to see them. I want to see maximum violence. Like, I want them to continue from 2015. Now, no. Oh yeah, I respect you. No. Now, respect after the fight. Do you know what I mean? Respect. Yeah. I'm not saying I want them throwing tables or nothing. No, but I want to see heat discussions. Because I'm seeing AJ. He's doing a lot of videos. When he knocked out Dylan, one of their then when they had a little Royal Rumble scuff. But now I want to see, maximum violence.
Yeah, I want to see it as well, and obviously salute also to Thunder Road as well, man. Salute to you, my brother. Yeah, cuz I want to see maximum violence as well, man. We know the energy that Dylan should bring to this fight. I just hope it's matched, so we just see an explosion. Not in that sense, but we mean that when they get in the ring, bombs thrown from both guys, man. So look, the potential is there. It's just down to the fighters to see who's gonna, really want it on the night, man. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be really interesting because this could decide a lot of things. Obviously, it could decide whether AJ is gonna fight Wilder, or is Dylan gonna be the one that gate crashes the party, man, and he gets that fight with Wilder, and it's going to be for his payday. So, look, I'm excited regardless.
Just a quick one. Also, I don't know how true it is, but I'm hearing that Tony Bellew wants to come back. He wants to challenge the WBC champion for the Bridgerweight. I've forgotten his name. The Polish dude, the one who beat Alan Babbage. The guy who defeated Alan Babbage in round 1. But then Alan Babbage wants to fight Tony Bellew. I mean, do you think Tony should come out of retirement and fight Babbage?
What we think is one thing. Is down to what Tony, the bomber Bellew thinks. For me, I think he's had a great career. You look at the sort of second part of his career after you beat Cleverly. He just went on a run and became world champion eventually. And he had those 2 fights with David Haye. I think that was and obviously ended his career against Usyk. But for me, I think he doesn't need to, man. He has nothing to prove. But if he still has that burn and he's still sort of training hard, and how old is Bellew by any chance? How old is he?
I don't know. Is he what? Late 30s, early 40s?
Yeah, it'd be good to know, man. Obviously, Al Heyman of Vibe Boxing Hub. That's the magic question. Because it'll be interesting to see, you know, where his mind's at, man. He sort of flirted the point on Carl Froch's look, 40 years old. Look, he's 40. What are you saying? He's gonna come? Is he gonna be the alien like Bernard Hopkins and come back? He's gonna have to change his style and adapt.
I don't know, because he's saying he wants to challenge. I've forgotten the name of the guy's name. The guy who's a WBC champion at the Bridgerweight division. But then I think Alan Babbage wants a crack at Tony Bellew. This just gets confusing because I think Babbage fighting Bellew is probably more money than Babbage fighting for a world title, because obviously he lost to the guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
But Bellew wants to come out and challenge, the champion.
Look, even Palamos Music's also saying, look, advice to Tony Bellew: stay at home with your wife and kids, mate. I think he's good. I think Tony Bellew has nothing to prove to the world. He's had a tremendous career. He's been involved in some great fights, man, and he has nothing left to prove. But it's what we think is one thing. It's down to what he feels. He might feel like, yeah, I want to go back. I have the itch. I just want to have one more big night. If he feels he can do it, I think he should come back and fight for world title, and look, pay him handsomely as well. Give him what he deserves, because he's a big name. So if you're gonna get a man out of retirement, pay him really well, please.
Last but least, so I'm hearing Fury's fighting somebody. It's a game changer. Who could it be?
Ooh, okay. Look, Thunder Road's also saying big one actually. Is Ishmael Miller still Dylan's trainer? I think he has declined since Mark Tibbs. I don't know what you're saying, cause who's
Do you know what? It's funny you say that. His trainer is, I forgot his name. Oh, some American guy. I've forgotten his name.
Is he not ex fighter? Is it not Buddy McGirt? I think is it Buddy McGirt?
Buddy McGirt. Yeah.
Fighter. Ex-fighter.
Do you know what? You've got a valid point there. I personally went in to stay with Mark Tibbs. So I think ever since he lost to Joshua, when he got with Mark Tibbs, it's just like I saw so much improvement. So much improvement. Not to say, there's no improvement now, but I just think that when it was with Mark Tibbs, it's like they knew what the game plan was. That's it. Yeah, he's with Buddy McGirt. Yeah. So me personally, I think he should have stayed with Mark Tibbs. But again, it's down to their relationship. I don't know if it was a good relationship or a bad relationship, but I think Mark Tibbs was the guy who got him out there.
And you know what I was just thinking, cuz it just changes the dynamics of the fight now, man. 'Cause now thinking about it, Whyte has obviously got an ex-fighter and an elite trainer in his corner. Joshua also having the same as well. Hey, this is going to be a good strategic fight between both guys, man. But just to sort of get to your point about Fury, actually, I don't know how I feel about these exhibitions, man. If I'm honest with you, I'm more happier for Francis Ngannou than Fury, because Francis Ngannou has wanted to box for a long time, and look, he's going to get his opportunity against Gypsy King.
I mean, I don't know if it's exhibition. I think it might just be a crossover. I'm not too sure if it's an exhibition. It might be like, when Floyd fought Conor McGregor. So I'm not too sure. But again, we'll find out as of next week. And, it's a game changer. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, definitely. Obviously, Thunder Road saying, okay, yep, I rate McGirt. He's an ex-fighter himself. He's been in the ring, so look, he knows how to advise fighters in certain situations. So could say the same for Rob McCracken and AJ. Look, a lot of people could also say that, but I think it was just down. You know what? Let me actually comment on this. from watching AJ's sort of video, the video that he sort of put up on his channel, the whole build up of him being in the camp, it made me realize that I think he just needed a different environment, different teaching, just to give him that drive, man. Because when you've been with someone for a long period of time, and sometimes you can get that dip, but I think he just felt he needed something different, and I just think Derek James has rejuvenated him, and I think he's going to get him, wanting to fight and be champion again.
Yeah, man. Well, may the best man win.
May the best man win. Yeah, so obviously we're coming up to the end of the show, guys. Once again, thank you so much for tuning into the show and for the constant support as well. Obviously, big up to everyone that's involved in the discussions as well. Hopefully you all have a good evening, and Cuz, I'm going to pass it over to you.
Yeah, so we're back here on Wednesday, 7:30. Back again next week, Sunday, 7:30. Have a lovely, blessed week, and take care. Goodbye.
It's another band. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. I talk my cards with a sweet one, please. Someone flicks me a bag by the end. Say, oh, it's another one, yeah, it's a full strand.